Sierra's King's Quest series has achieved a degree of longevity rarely seen in computer gaming. In part, this is due to its roots in myth and folklore. In Part 7, The Princeless Bride, the continuing story of the Daventry family takes yet another step away from the overused Tolkien model. For those of you who have been following the Daventry history, the young Princess Rosella is all grown up now, more than she'd like. Her mother, Queen Valinus, is trying to convince her that she should get married soon. While they're arguing the point, a magic portal opens up in a nearby pool, offering a vision of a fairyland on the other side. Anxious to get away from the intense conversation, Rosella hops through the portal. When Valinus tries to follow, she ends up in a completely different place. So, the two characters have to get back together, and the player gets to alternate between them in a series of novel-like chapters. Before reuniting, Rosella and Valinus will visit 6 different locations, including Nonsense Land, the Rubber Jungle, Ooga Booga Land, and the Mountain of Winds. They will meet up with jackalopes and trolls galore, not to mention Oberon, the boogeyman, and the evil villainous Militia. Like the other King's Quest games, 7 will be packed to the gills with challenging puzzles to solve. But while some of the puzzles will require more sophisticated thinking, several of them revolve around knowledge of children's stories. This is not only a game for the whole family, you may need all of them there at the same time to get through it. After looking at these pictures, most average Americans will have the name Disney screaming through their brains. Yep, stuff like this doesn't happen by accident, you know. You have to admit, it's an unusual influence for a fantasy game. But KQ7 also borrows some story elements from Lewis Carroll and Shakespeare, and the whole is a good deal more than the sum of the parts. The Disney comparison is not just superficial. Much of the game was constructed in the same manner as the cartoon feature film. King's Quest VII combines SVGA graphics with true film-quality animation technique. On top of this, all the dialogue is digitized speech recorded by professional voice actors. There's also a full orchestral soundtrack, complete with signature tunes for over 20 different characters. The interface is especially designed to be instinctive, even for newcomers to adventure games. This should keep the story moving along without bogging the player down in awkward commands. King's Quest VII may actually manage to attract a whole new audience to adventure gaming.